as we continue with the Salion decides, discussion. And those people don't vote, you don't get cabinet ministers, and we try to talk to them. But still, things are still the way they happen around Parliament and politics. As they try to talk to the Secretary General of the main opposition, All People's Congress, as the party still stand by their position for boycott government activities. But inside Parliament yesterday, another elected MP of the APC, Alfred Ayodele Thompson, where they represent the Western Area Urban, been take the oath, and the MP take the oath inside the Chamber of Parliament. He don't join Honorable Mohamed Bangura as the second person we don't deny the position of the party for boycott Parliament. The member of Parliament we been they talk to AYV say he been there under duress, under pressure for signing the boycott petition paper where the party be give them as elected members of Parliament. The Speaker of Parliament same way so yesterday be assured and say they under them protection as Parliament, and he expressed hope say other APC elected members of Parliament them go back na Parliament as then they look forward for see them. The parliamentary correspondent Joseph Johnson been there and sending this report.
Another member of Parliament from the main opposition, APC, shows up for oath-taking.
And that I will faithfully and conscientiously discharge the duty of a member of Parliament. So help me God.
Honorable Alfred Ayodele Thompson represents the Western Area Urban District, and like Honorable Mohamed Bangura, Honorable Thompson was given a resounding applause. And Speaker of Parliament assures him of protection while hoping that others will follow his step.
You've earned the respect of your colleagues in this House and mine as well, for your courage and fortitude. We hope there are many others like you who will soon follow your brilliant example. You have demonstrated beyond all doubt that you are faithful to the promise that you made to your constituents. And now today you fulfilled that promise to them. From now on, consider yourself to be under the protection of this House as you duly discharge your onerous responsibilities and duties as a member of Parliament.
The MP, in an interview, says he consulted with his constituents and made the right decision.
That bridge will cross that bridge. But I think I know what I have done today. It's been a long-term dream for myself. And my people, I went to my people, I asked my people what to do. I have mixed feelings between my people. Some said yes, some said no. And again, I chose to do the right thing by putting my country first.
While he shares his party's sentiment that the elections were rigged, he says they can't fight from outside.
Yes, I think the election was rigged, but I'm here to serve my country. I think if you don't come here and say, yes, the election is rigged, you're not doing the right thing. You have to come and say what is right and what is wrong. So I don't want to talk too much, get too much into that. I think they will handle that the way it has to be done. But you can't fight outside. You have to come and fight from inside.
When asked about signing a boycott petition, he says he was under duress.
What you did then, was it the right thing?
I was under duress. I was under duress.
Duress in what sense?
You know what duress means, looking at the dictionary. Duress, I was under duress. And when you're under duress, no contract is valid.
The move by the two APC MPs begs the question, is the party hierarchy losing control over its members? Joseph Johnson, AYV News, Freetown.
Well, many thanks to Joseph Johnson for that report today from Parliament. And that now waiting be happening at Parliament yesterday. Another APC MP out of the 54 members of Parliament them don't join Honorable Mohamed Bangura when I've been the only MP we did it. So we try to talk to the Secretary General of the main opposition, All People's Congress, lawyer Lansana Dumboya, we're there on the phone now. Good morning, Mr. Dumboya. Hello, Mr. Dumbuya. Okay, it seems we get some technical issues. We try to fix that, but we want to talk to the APC party for understand what in this mean and if they still hold on to their position. As yesterday we get the Minister of Local Government, which have been announced, you know, by this week to next week that they start induction for mayors and other elected local council officials. Then. So we go good for no waiting.
Even how Sama have been there with Sweden is and they talk about some of the demands the way APC make have been met, and some things they're not more likely ECSL resignation parts not be met. So we also want for know if they stands, if they still stand on the previous.
Okay,
decision.
let me see. Let's try back. Hello, Lawyer Dumbuya. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning and welcome to AYV. I suppose you see what's happened at Parliament yesterday. One of the elected APC member of Parliament in the Western Urban, Honorable Thompson, take the oath yesterday where they against the position of the party. What did the party make of this, sir? Yes, with the Yariu, if you can, you know, get a bit louder, then the public self will hear you. I've been asked earlier, waiting at the position of the party on the swearing in yesterday, the oath taking of one of the APC elected MPs, Honorable Thompson.
Hello.
Yes, Lawyer Dumbuya, how do you hear you?
Yeah. No bad.
Yes, I've been asked earlier about the party's position about one of the MPs yesterday. We go take oaths na Parliament where na Honorable Thompson when I elected APC MP na the Western Area Urban. What's in the party position, sir? Okay, it seems we still get some technical issues with that call. But Lawyer Dumbuya, if you agree, we want you for move to a place where we'll get better network with you, with technical people, and just tell we say it's the network from your side. Hopefully, we'll get better line with you for talk about this as this very, very important. Yes, Phoebe, you've been the same.
And meanwhile, we'll just go back now. Parliamentary side and approve Dr. Michael Imran Kanu as permanent representative to the United Nations, Roman Bangura as Youth Minister, Fande Toure as Minister of Transport and Aviation, and Frances P. Algali as Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. The Member of Parliament and be approved the appointees here and talk to them, say them position very significant, and they ask also the Youth Minister about what he will bring on the table on policy for tackle this Kush business. Now go back and join Joseph Johnson with reports from Parliament.
For presidential appointees before the House, and MPs urged for the first Kush policy to be brought to Parliament by the Minister of Youth Affairs.
One of the ways that you can fulfill President Manabio's 100,000 job for the year. And I also urge you to bring out the first, not only for Kush, but Kush policy. This House wants to see a policy on Kush. How will you control Kush? Members are running up with a fine lawyer, doctor at law, yet he's under 40 years. This man deserves a standing ovation. Imran Kanu. Mr. Speaker, this man went to the United Nations in just about 2 years time. He was called at the ICC for the law review process. PhD at law. I congratulate you dearly, Mr. Kanu. He has made Sierra Leone a proud nation. Keep our legacy. Showcase our story.
Dr. Imran Kanu, whilst practicing law, was a fine barrister. One such lawyer who, when he's practicing law, every young practitioner would love to be in court to see or hearken to his submissions. He was appointed as Deputy Representation Legal Affairs to the United Nations. When I was privileged to visit the United Nations, I was proud to have a brother on such a seat. A brother who, even when he's talking to you, is always busy with his computer, researching the law of the sea, and encouraging us that, hey, even though you are a good practitioner in Sierra Leone, it's good for you to veer into the international world and make a mark. And
I don't have any doubt in the appointees, and I believe the committee that was charged to vet them will not give us people that are not credible. And I want to use SO2 again. The passe, this one is from Emerson, the musician. If you shake, the party will whap.
Winding up the debate, the government bench and majority leader and acting opposition leader called for synergy between ministers and their deputies.
And brought the ambassador here as the minister and his deputy as the permanent rep. It's no surprise. It's no surprise to us. Because you have achieved something. You have made this country proud. We have to make sure that proper administrative works are going on so the ministry can run effectively. Of course, you can copy that one from the permanent rep, the one that's outgone and the one that's coming in. Everybody talking about the synergy. Martin explained about that one, other people they elucidated about that one very, very clear. So this type of relationship we want to see.
All those in favor, say aye. Aye. And those against, say nay. The ayes have it.
Joseph Johnson, AYV News, Freetown.
Well, congratulations to the new ministers. We look forward for get them at the studio for talk to them, especially the youth minister. Hopefully tomorrow we'll talk to the youth minister. And it's important that members of parliament raise concerns about Kush. And we all don't see the story about one young man who died in Estin because he overdosed himself with Kush. And a lot of young people in the die in a different community. Like you see when me come out, I see a video. Then there are people in a Castle Farm community. Self don't say they're not going to allow any young man for die there again out of Kush. So then they challenge the community people. Now the one who they sell and the one who they bring them candy for hand over them to the police. I think we all need to take responsibility as individuals, as communities, for ensure say we address this problem. But we still try to talk to the Secretary General of the APC, Lawyer Lansana Dumboya. Good morning, Mr. Dumboya.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, good. We get a better line now. So earlier we just played story Usai, Honorable Thompson, when one of the elected APC MP them na the Western area urban, go to Parliament yesterday and take the oath. What's in the party in position on that?
The party in position on that, specifically we all know, you self know, the party not supposed to participate in the parliament, not because we don't want to represent the people that we vote for. Now because democracy has been stolen, the international community and national bodies and the entire world don't say this election, the tallying and everything was done in a very bogus manner and a very clandestine way. We not represent the real ambitions of the people. So, based on that, the party is saying, bring out the result by polling station, bring out the actual result. The result where everybody gets, not the result where you comment, don't know more, you don't announce. That is not the result we want. The result where all the political parties then get. That is the result we want to be represented. And democracy is in a very critical state now. And each and every person of this country, in our way, they are the media, we were the politicians, lawyers, doctors, each and every, even the grassroots people must be concerned about what is happening. And therefore, when people are going to parliament, the party is going to take a robust decision against them. But what people don't understand, then they tell to say, and this parliament, you know, they are biting more than they can chew. The government is biting more than it can chew. The speaker is doing the same, forcing people to go to parliament when it is a political party that was voted, you know, to parliament. They not put Mohamed Bangu in a ballot. They not put Alfred Thompson in a ballot. The people went out to vote for the symbol of the APC party. In the interim, if we decide to favor them, it was a favor them and put them at the top of the list so that they can go and represent us, then that would be a responsibility. Responsibly not means say you just for jump on a parliament when this kind of results shady. I mean, I don't understand any right sensible person when they think properly for democracy of this country by waiting to come up on this result and waiting the entire world say. you member of parliament say they go against the wishes of the people. So we take disciplinary action, but what people don't know, because Mohamed Bangura and Alfred Thompson jumped and run go to parliament, now means that the APC party, a very responsible institution, go just make one maximum of themselves jump say, we will take this decision. We get the constitution. The constitution creates the disciplinary and grievance handling committee. That committee there, then get the right to look into the president, even if now we get the president, if they look into misconduct by the president, if they look to anything where the president go against, where the party now want to make it go against, ministers, if they look at ministers, then conduct, if they look at members of parliament, it's them and the constitution. So, the grievance and handling and grievance handling mechanism and discipline committee, they look into that. Mm-hmm. Then that was speak. Then therefore,
Honorable Thompson say he agree with the party position, say the elections were rigged, but in belief say you can't fight from outside. If we're going to parliament and fight for the party, as well he say he was under duress when he been signed the petition. You agree with him on that?
Voice why they hear so I don't know, I may be wrong. Now Samuel voice they hear so.
This na Lamgana about the talk.
Oh, Lamgana, yes. Oh, yes, that's your, yes, you know, one of the background. Okay, Lamgana, I have to tell you morning, it's been quite a while, it's a very long time, we have not had the opportunity. But let me say this to you. Nobody not force Alfred Thompson. Alfred Thompson willingly is signed for instance, nobody not put a gun on him. Nobody not tie him. Nobody not put a nest in his throat. Now, unless he owns the Ghana party office, he signed willingly. That is what an honorable person should do. If you backtrack and waiting you don't do, then I doubt whether you're really supposed to represent any political party in parliament. And also from fighting from inside and not outside. I think Thompson is not a politician. And, you know, we just giving people the opportunity, and as a result, they think differently, and maybe they listen to wrong people and where they get wrong advice. Because the position where we don't take, where APC don't take, is the best position. We cannot go into a parliament that is not even legally constituted as per the vote that came, you know, from the people there. If they revise and deal with the actual result, that parliament cannot be the parliament that is there. I can tell you that. Because we will have far more members than they want to dish out to. How can they dish out to us and sit in parliament? Simply because the Electoral Commission wants to announce a result that the entire world has rejected. And Mr. Thompson, Honorable Thompson and Mohamed Bangura want to accept that situation. So when they dish them out to you, because you're one of the favored people to be on top of the list, so you just jump into parliament like that. So we don't do that. And Lamgana, let me say this to you. You know, when I was in the studio, the journalists and this is the test, the test of Sierra Leone democracy. The way we will move forward. If we all sit on an radio station there, we're all lawyers, doctors, journalists, even members of parliament, we allow this thing to go down the drain. Then, you know, it will come a time when somebody will go to the station, beat you up and think it is the law. When there is the right process, if you get grievance against you, supposed to go complaining at police or waiting in court. You will get the man go to the station and beat you up. And that is what we are fighting for.
Lansana, let's get this clear. From post-election stage where we are at right now, we don't talk to individuals and institutions them, and the submissions for many of them now that engagements don't they go on behind the scenes for talk to una as a political party APC for able for bring una back on board with governance. How far is that negotiation? What una be the call for and what una still they ask for?
Hello.
Lansana, you there? We?
Seems we've lost him on the line, but we will try for establish the call again with technical people and the try for work on them and for continue the conversation with the APC and waiting the Secretary General clearly saying that they still hold on to the position for the members of Parliament and not for go and Parliament, but we see two don't go so far.
Yeah, and it becomes quite tricky because where they talk to individuals and institutions and then they tell you about the engagements behind the scenes for make peace. And we need for know from the APC, the engagements them, are they too? How far the negotiation don't go? Because Hawassa might be they tell we say some of the demands the APC they make have been met. So it left some no more and it be mentioned saying that the ECSL on the resignation. So we need for establish that clearly. Waiting the negotiation. Hello, Lansana Dumboya, are you there?
I am here, yes.
Sorry, we lost you. Abi, they ask, say, we don't get engagements with series of organizations and individuals. Say, we don't mention, say, behind the scenes, negotiations don't they go on with the APC. How far the negotiations then they don't go in terms of the demands they want to make? What's the current situation?
My sister, you see, first of all, before I answer your question, because I want to be honest and for give justice to your question. You can give me a few of the institutions then.
Okay, so as recent as this week, we've been get Hawassa Mai, where they tell we say behind the scenes, the Peace Commission don't they do negotiations with APC, and some of the demands the way APC make have been met. It say the bottleneck now the resignation of Mohamed Kone and the other commissioners then at ECSL. So we just want for ascertain, you know, the institutions or individuals so now don't they get engagements with and how far the negotiations don't go.
My sister, sometimes it is very bad for people about to tell them kind of statements and this. And these are all the more reason why we find them very difficult to meet with certain institutions there. And on Friday, we are meeting with some of these institutions, I got to tell you, because we've been getting paying funeral, editorial funeral, and me have been getting personal, you know, where my own wife died, so I've been getting funeral, all this there. So, but what should they say? The Peace Commission, they try for reach with. They don't reach with. They don't say they want to get a discussion with you. They not get any discussion. It's how it go tell you say they don't meet many of the demands, not just the resignation of the waiting and call. We not even sit down with them yet. You see, this is why we doubt the integrity and honesty on some of these institutions. Let's not give information to AYD we're not correct. Just tell AYD say we try for reach APC. They don't give me indication say them go sit down with we and listen. We're going to listen to them. We're going to give them that respect. Because even though we have so many misgivings about some of the integrity and honesty of some of the people, you know, some of the people in this institution, not the institution as a whole, I have to be honest with you, you know, because there are many good people in this country. You know, some of the people, you know, then the intentions. But anybody who wants to sit down with me, who will sit and listen to them.
Just for quick confirmation, sorry for interrupt you, Lansana. Una don't, as APC, una don't be approached by any institution or individuals them with peace attempts, efforts for, you know, address or discuss una concerns them una raise?
No individual, no meet with. Institutions them, they don't like to we will for meet this week. We reply to them, tell them about the funerals we'll get. So by Friday to Monday, we're meeting with these institutions. But if any institution tell you say, then don't sit down with the APC. And they don't meet with demands. That is a big lie.
Okay.
They don't meet any demands, none whatsoever. And this is, you see, Lamrana and sister, this is the honesty. When you begin negotiation, make sure say you're not independent arbiter. You don't get any motive. And you know they begin to mislead anybody. You know they say something when not correct. As you begin to say something correct, then you don't get problem with your integrity. You know? But the decision against Mohamed Bangura and what's for the disciplinary and grievance handling committee, they handle them. Thank God I am not a part. I'm not a member of that committee, but the committee is constituted by the Constitution, specifically by certain people. And one of the things that we look at, like so, there is some people them where they go around, they talk some kind of nonsense about, say, Mohamed Bangura and Alfred Thompson are doing legal activity, so therefore the party cannot take. You see, people don't understand.
Last and the reaction of una party don't get mixed feelings. You get people who support the decision and action of APC, and you get people on the other hand where they criticize and condemn the action of the APC, say it's selfish and it's not doing justice to the people and we vote for the party for representation, especially in Parliament. What thing it will take for make APC get a U-turn on that decision and come back say, okay, we go participate in governance from the point of a main opposition? What will it take for Getuna actively involved? You
see, some Sunday, as Sierra Leoneans, we get to be very serious of anything what they do. It's not only the APC for make a U-turn because AYB thinks so, because 98.1 thinks so, because Star TV thinks so, because SLPP want for carry on with their duty, or because some people want. No. Democracy is as a badge of being destroyed and killed forever. Aren't you really concerned about that? The people are concerned. And let me say this way, they say people. The majority of the people who voted us in office, and I can tell you, and when I say this, it's almost 99%. Because I don't want to give you 100, because maybe you should take 1 or 2. 99% of the people who put you in office, now then give you the mandate, say we should not participate. So it's not like it's the APC we want for. We listen to the electorate there. So if 1 or 2 people, decide, because of their own selfish means, say because of this would go in a parliament, what should they think about? The people that will vote. I'm telling you, people and they were them beat in the southeast. Some man they them broken foot. Some man they them broken hand. One gentleman above them tell him belly from the chest to down, the belly 30 days. He did an intensive care, they go on that treatment. You they go to parliament, they think about them people and the way them beat. Them people the way they incarcerate, some people and the way they arrest, stay now. Then they not sell. For nothing, why? Just because they belong to the APC. Then they arrest people and simply because when they take you phone and say you belong to APC groups then. You are not doing anything clandestine or criminal. But because they see several APC groups, WhatsApp groups where you belong to. Is that the kind of thing we should go on?
Lashana Dumbuya, the president in his statements na the state opening of Parliament announced that a committee where the Vice President Dr. Mohamed Jallo will lead for review the ECSL and planning and all of that, and as well call on the APC party for dialogue. As a party, what's in our reaction to that? What's in our position?
This to you. We have serious misgivings and we challenge invalidity of Corner for announcing him as president. He knows that. He knows our stand. But one thing I cannot take from him is by going to Parliament and say they form a committee for look and he wants dialogue. But is he the person who has always said something and make sure that he do it? We wonder if the statements we make in Parliament, if it is not genuinely, then we want a kind of independent process. We go foresee, we go make sure say then deliver justice within negotiation. Not the people that we get hidden agenda. And I hope and I trust that it not be the talk in double tongue, and it may not be the talk with in tongue and in cheek. Because if it be honest, then the APC, we not they say, we just they go no more like that way they will not they think. But as we they think, we want to engage in a process where there is honesty, forthrightness, and also a process where care for democracy. It's very important.
So the APC will be part of this review process, and I will willingly participate in this review process where the president will announce? We
they say we want a process where will be inclusive, a process where go involve a forum where we go trust. We don't want people them, we're not government people them. Let me say this to you. We not say we want even APC people them for date on the process. Similarly, so we not want say SLDP people them for date on the process, because if APC people and then at the process, maybe you go say okay, then go talk because then at APC then go and take APC position like a dogma, you know, without looking at any other thing. They just want to take a hardliner process. Similarly, so if you are SLP people, sometimes you go get the instructions from the party. So we want a kind of process that is independent completely from any political affiliation. And then they invite the APC and the government for putting the case. And also ECSL will be part of the process. ECSL very key, because you give a result that has brought all these things. So you have to produce the actual result. So that committee for assess and then give a decision.
Lastly, personally, you're a lawyer, but the APC, they take a decision not for take any of this matter to court. Why not they trust the justice system and take the issue to the court? Again, it's all part of the democratic process. The judiciary there for such issues.
It is a sad thing that I am a lawyer of 24 years standing, more than that now, a little bit over that. And I am the Secretary General of the party. It is sad for me to be part of a process where we take a decision not to go to court. And simply because, let me say this to you, the APC party not trust the judiciary. And we don't make the position clear. And let me say this to you. Not to win or talk, and the people of this country, and then tell we say they will not go court because they're not get confidence. And we set up as a party, the hierarchy not get confidence. But we are vindicated by the decision of the people to say, una not go court because the court can't do you any good, because they not ever do any good anyway. You remember we write a correspondence, we do a press statement, and the court, the Chief Justice also, or the person we're responsible for the communication side, he respond. But you know, the response was completely bogus. You know, address any of the points. Even the response even live say we SLPP didn't get case. Well, we SLPP never get case. Why you go put a response say we SLPP get case should be right? Okay, that's not true. Okay, the thing that all our lives, you know, address that. So how can we go to that kind of court? Okay, it shows that. Yes, sorry.
Okay, Lawyer Dubois. Finally, I want to ask, how long will this last? When will the party will review their position, or this go on until all demands they ask for be met by the relevant institutions?
Now, Lamwana, we go inform the television station, the radio station, and all the people of this country, and the one that will vote for we, and also people that we care about democracy, we sometimes not vote for, but they're really concerned about democracy. We go inform UNA. But let me ask you this question, Lamrana, before we finally end. You really think, for make a citizen, you know, and talk about a political party, big institution, we get huge following. The biggest in this country, I can tell you. They ask, say, you don't go call you result. Now, you don't go call you result. Okay, we not agree with the result. Give me the disaggregated result by polling station. You say no. Hey, but which kind of a result you give now? Why you give that result there? If you not get the confidence for give you results there. And people are making a big mistake. Let me say this now, clearly to everyone. People think say ECSL and other people say APC not get results. We will begin to disseminate our results. Sooner in the next few days, we will put the results and let people know so get them. We've not been one no more we want to see how people are really not Sierra Leone and them. For let we work this process, let people know say this is not the correct process. But since people are not angry, we the pull we result and we are reforms and we'll back it by that.
Thank you very much.
This is the statement I'm making, and you will see it out soon. And you people will be very surprised the kind of result these people read out when Colonel read as compared to the actual result. And why the international community and other people in the region. This is the first time in Sierra Leone, Lamgana. It has never happened before. We get skirmishes, we get problems here and there, but this is the first time for the entire world to say the result is not reflective of what the people voted, of what the compilation of the international observers and also the national observers get.
Thank you very much.
We said get.
Thank you very much.
How do we get different results?
Thank you very much, Loyalan Sanadu. I appreciate that.
How this country will go before.
Thank you very much for talking to us, and we want to sympathize with you and your family for the loss of your wife. And we appreciate that even actually the morning you take time for talk to we on this very important matter. But thank you very much,
thank you.
Loyalan Sanadu, Secretary General of the main opposition, the APC. Well, now we go in today on program. Wake Up Sierra Leone special edition, Sierra Leone Decides, as we look at the post-elections coverage and activities then. Plenty thanks to all we viewers, listeners, and people who are following our social media. We don't do with these 2 hours. Don't we send and comment them. We're very sorry we're unable to read all of them. But the program they continue tomorrow. My name is Amadou Lamanaba. It's raining, it's wet out there, and stay safe, please, wherever you are.
And my name is Fabian Swill. Continue for watch and listen to AYV television and radio throughout the day as we get more programs them. And do ya like way the rain, so come grade on a member for look after on a picking them. Especially the small one them, because of the flood, you know, one let you picking go somewhere and then you can't get tragedy. So keep a close eye on a picking them today, do ya. Thank you and stay safe. Enjoy your day.